Ah, what's going on? Want to have a little talk-see here about, all right, with the bird freaking. I talk about bird freaking all the time. And I've seen a hunter dude use his hands, and he was like, wah, wah, and he called freaking ducks right over our head. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, it's not freaking rocket science. But anyway, this is kind of trickier of a subject here. The other day, I seen a bird fly down, lift up a leaf, and bang the worm. And I was thinking, is this thing picking up on some kind of electromagnetic signal? Then I heard this story about this dude, and he said he calls himself a spider whisperer. It's an ability he has. And he says he basically can make the spiders face him and look at him and kind of move their fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? At his face, okay? And thinking about that made me remember this. I remember one time I was in Florida. I was kind of buzzed up, though. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking a little beer. I was up on the way to the store to get another burp before the store closed. And I seen a spider, dude. It was like this freaking big, dude. It was like yellowy, brownish looking. And I remember it because it was at night and I could see it. And look, I went to stomp on it. Every time I went to stomp on it, this fucker would jump out of the way. Almost like it could freaking sense where I was going to attack. And that makes me think now. Are spiders almost like, maybe are they borderline psychic animals? Here, that's another connection that people don't really think about. Are animals psychic? Like, can they predict the future? Or do they have a higher level of the sixth sense? Like, how come dogs can sense if someone's wearing a wire or planning on doing you harm? So, I mean, this stuff is just really common sense. But the dog reads subtle signs, heartbeat, your breath. When I do qigong type exercises where you really empty out your breath, then you hold your gut tight, and then you breathe all the way in, down there again. It's like basically like a crunch is working out your belly from the outside in. But doing breath exercise is from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's healthy. People want to mystify it all the time and be like, oh, that's a bad practice. But I mean, it said that Jacob went out to the field to meditate. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when he was waiting on his chick, Rebecca or something, I think. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Bible also talks about the eye of the mind, which is the same thing. The occult calls it the third eye, but it's really just the eye of the mind. It means perception. Like when you think about someone in the past and you see a picture in your mind of the situation, you just use your eye of your mind. It's just common sense. It's not super mystical. Sometimes premonition. Oh, I've seen something like this before and someone got hurt, and then bam, car wreck. Oh, I've seen something like this before. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Accident on purpose. Almost. Or, Murphy's Law hits them. You step on the old banana peel. Their jackboot steps on the frickin' banana peel and you unleash the gremlins on the Terminator, Skynet. You know what I'm saying? That's how you use the evil against the evil. Is you provoke a response from the gremlins, then you go to a tech place, a tech store, and then everything shorts out and fizzles out. Because I brought my gremlin horde that was trying to sabotage me, so I might as well go hang out with the Terminators now. Okay, I kind of went way off track there, but these things do loosely. They are all correlated. I mean, that's how it's like. When you know things broadly enough, man, it doesn't matter where you zero in. You can still bring it back to the big picture, and then you can zero in. You change the magnifying glass magnification level. Anyway, but yeah, man, psychic spiders. And then there's the whole thing that cats can see spirits, because I mean, there's sometimes you can look at a cat, dude, and it is literally like you're looking into the frickin' Matrix. Like when Neo looked and he saw ones and zeros, it's almost like cats. By the color of their eye, it matches the old green computers. When they first came out, all it was green little squares and shit and rectangles through all over the fucking the thing. Cats kind of like, if you look at them at the right angle, it's like there's a dimension in there. It's freaking strange. But then their eyes don't always look like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's quite a trip. It's like, you know, there's and just if you know anything about physics, you gotta know that there's more going on than meets the eye. Like, air is invisible, but yet if you look at it in a microscope, it's a fucking molecule. It's supposed to be semi-solid. You know what I'm saying? Or something that's solid, you look at it and it's only semi-solid. The things that appear that they're not there are there, and the things that we see and can feel and shit are really not there. At the same time, it goes both ways. It's here, but it's not. And that doesn't make no sense. These are like the real paradoxes that are popping out of these freaking questions of things, what's going on these days. And with Google, the internet, YouTube, all the researchers and badass dudes out here trying to make her happen and wake them up and unplug them and all that, man. Reach them and teach them and preach them. You know, I see a lot of leaps and bounds